Hello everyone, my RF Jugg is still at level 92. Um, I will I will say that this build is reasonably tanky, but if you don't care about details, you are still going to die a lot. It's because it's not no near as close as tanky as the my favorite cremation build. So in this video, I'm going to talk about farming, mid-game farming. So our atlas looks like this. So you don't have the chance for the mechanisms, but we do have expedition and harvest allocated without the sum of the nodes. So this is the bare minimum of and of course, fortunately for Heroes of Brave. So this strategy is not using my late game farming strategy, which was based on glowing hordes. So at this point, what we are going to do is that we are going to farm harvest and expedition using some random settings with the sacred grave, sacred grave and the runic monster settings. So this is the idea. Firstly, it's about expedition. Expedition is always going to be the one of the best mechanisms that you can farm. It gives you guaranteed money from logbook and real currency. So like this real currency gives us 56 kills, and the logbook by average, so it can give us 30 to 40. So like if you get unlucky, you will get the orders just 10 kills. People buy this to run to get some currencies, etc. And for the Night of the Sun, it's going to be of course 60, and the Chujin one is the most common one that people run. I mean, I run that list, and yeah. So which means this and this. So together they're kind of like 80 kills minimum. I will explain this later when I head back back to the hideout. But basically, the calculation here is like we sometimes we get really lucky, so we can get like 18 real currencies, and sometimes we can get like 3 logbooks. It's possible, and sometimes we are unlucky to get 0. But you think about it this way. So I'm using Scarab, not cost only 4 kills, the gilded, and it gives us 20% of runic, and the more expensive settings gives us 100% runic. So that is more than 100%, of course, 120%, and all this money will be gone. That means if you don't use the juicing mechanism, then half the money will be gone. So in this game, we have like let's say if 80 kills, then more than 50 million, more than 40 kills would be from our juicing, and we spend 4 kills on Scarab, and we also spent by average is about like 15, 20. Let's go with 20. So 20 kills per charge from the sextant, and that's you will add them together, and that's 25. So which means from the if we get the raw currencies like 35 or something, then like by juicing it, you get 10 kills more, which is not a lot of course, but you basically have to store in your scarab anyway, and you have to like use your sextant. So like why not just use it and get the free money. So juicing is always going to be reasonable because the price is based on market value, and people like way better than you and I. Hopefully, when you are watching this video, you are still learning like me. So they are way like efficient than us. So of course, we cannot get the full value of these items, but still the efficiency sort of like considered in between. So basically, I consider as a win if we are going to break even, because we always have time to for optimization. And this is the expectation part. Other than that, we got the harvest part. So harvest, we throw in maybe like a 10 12 cows per charge, and because we are, if we don't use that, then we are purely based on luck. And of course you can use the curious mod, but if we use a fortune favors bow, then it will give us a access, and that'll be really good. So consider all of these together, I would say that C-standard is the way to go if you want to run it. And of course, if you don't run it, you the opportunity costs are the point to invest it. You invest it here. You don't invest this, you can invest in something somewhere else, like tempo. I mean, easy money includes tempo, includes strongbox, essence, these kind of things, right? So so if we decide to run harvest at this, we are not really like heavily choosing our run, but still we get 16 chaos. That is because lucky we got a lot of yellow crops, and if we are unlucky, it'll be 8, because others purple and blue, they are half of the cost. So let's say if it's 8, and if it's another 8, 9. So add them together, that will be 17. So you spend your time, and because unlike expedition, you are going to run it anyway, you miss just scarab. Now we decide to run, so we spend our time, but we get 5 cows back, and this is something you need to decide whether you want or not. Because we are not heavily choosing the quantity and the pack size. Our size is like yeah, let's take a look. So our size is is like 178 quantity and 49 pack size. So usually you're aiming for like 200 something quantity and like 70 80 pack size. And that is but still I think we are getting pretty unlucky here, so we could get better. But anyway, so we at least we break even, and we get tier 4, I mean the highest tier crop. That gives us some lucky job. That is 26 cows. So this is something that you can hope for, and sometimes you get something even better. You know, like the 1D1 thing. But yeah, it's up to you to decide whether it's worth it or not. I think it's worth it. And finally, it's the one random divine divination delirium orb protein. So I'm just testing, and I think it probably doesn't worth it. So basically, by if you are not running any really juicy mechanism like abyss or like aurora, these kind of things, then like you kind of like the C7 rewards is the normal number you can get. If you are like choosing your contents like not that heavily, like I was doing the same expedition run, and I put I think 4 delirium orbs in, and I get like maybe like 9-8 rewards, and that would be a better result. But yeah, so like by average, if you only have like 7 divination rewards, then you by average you will get 7 cards. This is maybe 15-16 chaos, and that is basically the price of the orb itself. So we are breaking even. So we either put more contents in it and get more. So basically, if if we put a more let's say throw in more scarabs or enable aurora here, then we may get one or two different cards, and we also get the overall increase quality and quantity and rarity across the map, and that is something that you can run if your build can support it. But to me, it doesn't worth it. As you can see, I just stayed still at 92 because delirium orb is definitely something I shouldn't be running based on my current character strength. It increased my time killing the hardest mobs significantly. Even like the map boss with some outer no like downsides, like they just kind of like killed me for once, so that is absolutely not worth it. So the yeah, so basically delirium orb is something it's based on your strength of your based on the strength of your build. So putting these things together, we basically have some like we can have some lucky job or not, but not really nothing really lucky from this run. And we are going to by the way, why these things are shown here is because what the next thing, so I think I'm pretty much done with this strategy. The next thing I'm going to try is to try the SSF EA ballista with elementalist. I failed this try like maybe a year ago. I just basically did no damage. I gave up at Act 4, but now I think I have more knowledge about this game, and maybe I can get it to work and try some new Atlas strategy, which is just running on the maps as usual as before, but I'm going to pick up this kind of high tier basis and use focus the Atlas initial Atlas on essences and try to craft my own gear and see how that works. And if I could make it work, that means the gear probably can be sold for like 5 or 10 kills, so that it can get me started, because in my recent testing, it's actually pretty hard while you are fitting your Atlas, and before you get your expedition up and running, it's actually a little bit hard to get even 5 or 10 kills. So I just spend like 1 or 2 kills normally, and that is I hope I can make some currency in early game. So yeah, so that is basically, yeah, by the way, like the simulacrum splinter is basically free. So I mean, not free, basically they are just worthless, so don't worry about it. And now like since we have all this ready, let me just dash it. And then we are going to use this Tujin reroll and this not Tujin, the Daniel reroll, and see like how lucky we are. So the main idea is that in theory, it's always better to spend those real currencies instead of selling them, if you can spend, of course. This is because basically all these things are already there, and if you don't use it, you don't use them, they are just nothing there. And for of course for denim, or you can just buy these things here, exchange these things here, but still we are going to spend like 56 kills and see how much we can get. So let's go. So we are going to grab this, and this will be ignoring, and Rog, Tujin, we are going to ignoring the others, because the others basically 1 kill, that's really worth it, or even cheaper. And yeah, you grab this, and Rog, ignore, Tujin here, yeah, it's okay, and ignore, and for this, and we didn't hit any lucky stuff here. include, I mean, logbook is obviously lucky stuff. So we don't have that. So our 56 chaos turns into 49. And this is a lot at a loss, but instead we are having more currencies for our 2 I don't think it started with 0, so yeah, it's pretty much useless. But basically, I mean, the numbers are not very helpful here, but now we can, like just brainlessly grab this low, like this. Normally you wouldn't grab this, but since we just purchased the lesser artifact, so we just grab them. And of course, you still don't grab this. These are absolute shit. Yeah. And by the way, this is all the unlucky things up here. Let me just do one reload, which is kind of addictive. And you always want to. So normally I wouldn't buy them. Well, I still should buy this, but fine, I'm not buying that. And yeah, all these are totally garbage, so we shouldn't really be getting them. And yeah, some chaos. So basically, as I explained in my previous video, for 2 you can break even with just the divines, just the chaos orbs and the division cards. So this should give you a little bit more than the real currencies that they're worth. And you are of course aiming for the lucky divine here and some other lucky things there, and the other currencies that worth more or less than chaos that will help you crafting and anything. So yeah, at this point, this I didn't really like invest more in this build. I just think I threw in I got rid of the mana nodes and the reservation node, and instead invest in chaos. So now I have like 30 something chaos resistance, but still this build is no way near as tanky as the necromancer. So I will explain that here as last part of the video. So basically, how your character is tanky. I think like the main like there are kind of like some overlapping thing, but and I didn't really prepare this this part really well. But in general, first thing first, you want to have really tanky physical reduction, and you get that from the raw physical reduction, including determination based Watcher's Eye, including the like enduring exposure or the enduring charge related tendency that Juggernaut has. By the way, that's why Juggernaut is more like it's really good, and of course the armor. So I really don't like the evasion based defensive mechanism because I don't like one shot to be one shot. The only thing you can do against one shot is to use cards on death plus portal combination, so that when you're dead, you just join the game, either skip or kill, and then move on and keep zoom. And that's one playstyle I simply don't like it, but to be honest, that is a more efficient playstyle than the current one I'm having, because XP doesn't really matter. As long as you can farm enough currency, then you can just go to the trade channel and buy the 5A carry. So and to level up. So this is something that is I don't think my way of playing is optimized, but on the other hand, like this is something I personally enjoy. So, and as people always say, you should only play in a way that you enjoy. And that is the physical part, and of course that is about the heat. You also have DOT, and DOT is something that you can use Pantheon, or like you combine that with a high region. So high region is something that is it's really important because you damage reduction and and health slash ES recovery. So these two things are basically the combination. You don't get a one shot. You can get your health back, and this is how you keep playing tanking the mechanisms. This as I said, this game basically throws some shit on your face, like super fast like arch nemesis or something. You basically you have no choice to either die or tank them. So that has nothing to do with like how good your micro is. This is not about the game is not based on that. It's unlike you fight some Uber, you can avoid getting a single hit, but even on mapping, it's a different story. For the elemental reduction, that is probably the easiest part, because you just get it capped, and then you either use like a Juggernaut's mechanism to gear to boost your maximum resistance, or you use spell suppression. That is like 50% reduction, and yeah, that is something can get you similar to like maybe 82, 83 maximum resistance. And for the CI, for the necromancer build I use, I will use the incandescent heart, which is which gives you some like conversion 25 go to chaos. So this is less than 50%, of course, but because the the more reduction you have, the fewer it's how useful it is. So it still is somewhere close to like 81, 82% something. So I would say that as long as above 80, if you combine all the things together, the elemental resistance kind of okay for you already. Another thing is about the chaos. Chaos is something that it's really painful if you to run some contents, or even impossible if you have like you don't cap your chaos resistance. There are different mechanisms, like some of like the historical draw will give you like more maximum chaos resistance, and like the inquisitor build can give you like double regen your health and your ES. There are some very like different mechanisms, and the one that we are using right now is simply nothing, and we just rely on our chaos resistance. So we use our flux to reach to the maximum. It's not like at 32, so it's not even like nowhere close to maxed. And that is the thing that when I die in the game, usually I die because of the expedition effects. I think it's 50% chaos convert to added, either convert or added as basically 50% of physical as chaos. And that is that means the monsters are doing like 50% chaos damage, and because our physical reduction is very close to 90, so that means the chaos is kind of like maybe triple the damage we are having. If we have even we have our flux on, and if it's off, that's even more. Like sometimes can just two shots us. And to combat that, you need to sacrifice some damage. Because it's very easy to fix. You just grab like 1, 2, 3, 4 furnace to get more chaos resistance, or like use the draw to to get more. But you'll be sacrificing damage. So this is more something that's pretty annoying. But there's a simple solution that you simply go with CI. So if you use CI, then like it's obviously a kill simu. And also one good thing is that you'll be focusing on your energy shield. So now we are using like a high region that is about 1400 at the it's just in the hideout, and in combat it can reach to like 17 something. So this is reasonably good. But if you have like aegis aurora and 340k armor, then like your recovery will be way better than this. And besides that, you'll be focusing on blocking, So with necromancer, you can with the bone offering, you can reach 75 true block or something close, like 65 at least, without a lot of investment. So that would give you a very like different level of tankiness, because as I said, normally I die with to the nodes like the 50% as chaos, and some map nodes, some alter nodes, like give the monster maybe 50% added chaos, which will triple their damage. And also in simu necro, there will be some nodes that you just have like increased chaos damage on mob. That basically makes this build not doable after maybe wave. I haven't tried it. People saying that after 25, I mean, Fox himself said that it will be tough after 25. I think probably after 22 will be pretty tough for this build, because he's mentioning the reason was the fire resistance on the ES boss, but I feel like probably there will be more like tricky with the chaos if you don't have like you don't invest a lot of your into your gear. So like I'm still using these really bad gloves and this helm. So I bought them really cheap, but it's actually pretty hard to get better pieces that get some new runes, but still yeah, there's no way the build is pretty cheap, so it's still pretty good considering it can handle tier 14 not fully juiced, but we are juicing it with the sections and the and what else do we have? Fortunately, with the Brave and the Scarabs and pieces fragments, so it's not that bad, but still, yeah, but still, like you have a lot of room to improve, obviously. And with that, you will be able to combat some like chaos damage theme. So that's why you can, if you want, you can keep playing this build. But to me, I think the reason why I'm going to try EA ballista is that I'm going to try what if so basically I know that if I'm using fire trap elementalist, I could convert to necro without problem. It can carry me through like level 89 with no problem, but I wouldn't be able to farm currency. So I need to find out some strategy, which is something I'm going to like do some crafting. So I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do here. So basically, for example, like we have some gloves here, and we want some like armor-based glove, right? To replace that, and we have like two Titan glove. I think yes, this is 100% base, and this is really close, right? So now we are going to do this. We are going to increase to 20%, and then we are going to use one of this to, you know, like just for. So we didn't, of course, we didn't hit anything, but we can try to. Do we sell him? Yeah, why not? 909. I should fix my. Is it 42? I don't know if my math is correct, but yeah, let's just do it. And then like we are going to throw some essences into it, and we are going to what kind of essence do we have? So we have life, which is of course the normally it will do, and resistance is also something we can do, but we are just going to like spend. This is 8 chaos value. Let's see if you can hit anything. If you don't hit it, it's fine. So it's so we have one. I mean, do we have regeneration here? Regen? No. Okay. So we are immune to have regen. So this So without region, this of course already better than the one that we are using, but we want region. So let's see if we can hit. 12% is a little bit on the low side. And 12%. So this is which tier it is. Tier 4. Actually, I think I can compromise. This is something that we have more armor, and well, we don't really have one. Yeah, let's just go for, yeah, just spend them all. This is actually pretty good. Yeah. So, like if you search for something like this, of course, because all these nodes are useful, we can add one more resistance node. And this, of course, is ridiculous. It won't be sell to 1D1, but now we have the best armor base, and still like we can, like we can craft something here. So we can craft even either more armor, probably we don't want to do that, and we can get armor percentage, which probably we also don't want to do that. And we can get AoE gem, so that we can make it a aurora set, or like we can, okay, we can't really craft this. So yeah, maybe I think in this case, either we got more like more life plus armor, or the gem setup is better. I think probably we'll go with gem. But yeah, see, so now like you just make a decent piece. So even though it may not really be sellable, but we just the cost is like maybe 8 like a 7 chaos or something. But this is a replacement of our current gear, which is pretty good. And we are of course going to throw something. I don't think I have enough ether currency to hit the fire exposure. So I will probably need to buy more. And for the simu SRH, we will be aiming for yeah, fire damage over time. So yeah, so now it's a decent piece. So I mean, probably no one is going to buy it for 1 chaos, but the thing is that if you want to buy something like this, like it's going to be, like if we remove the resistance, because we don't really need that right now, and we are going to aim for like double recovery. So it's still like it's 1D1, or like if you sacrifice this, it's like still, like way expensive than our craft cost. And it's basically you can't really get something less than 50 chaos to get something better than this. And it have open socket, so that you can, like the reason why I'm not doing this, making the AoE mod, is because I kind of feel like the cosmic damage taken, I need to know how to fix cosmic damage. Actually, we can. Yeah, we can definitely do this. We can make the AoE up already. But yeah, basically this is how you improve. And I'm trying to do something like that in SSF mode, and see where we can get with EA ballista, because I already tried Firebase. I know it's going to work, and EA ballista, let's see how it's going to work. And the main thing is what kind of gear I can craft. It doesn't really make much difference if you try it. Try this strategy in SSF or in the normal trade league, because all these pieces won't really be sold anyway at this point of the league. But we can get some rough idea to do the fair price comparison. So like I'm pretty sure this kind of gear is even like fewer in the early market. People will be like using gear like this most of the time. So yeah, we have fewer region, but we have one really important craft. I think it's going to be a improvement. Cool. So yeah, thank you. I maybe like include too many basically there are too many content in this video. The first part is about the farming strategy. The second part is about uh, the tankiness problem, what kind of contents you should avoid as RF Jugg. And lastly, is about some random thought about the future plan of the POE related testing. So yeah, thanks for watching. The Juggernaut RF is tanky because of the really cool armor stacking mechanism that it offers, and we also get elemental resistance that's really good. But with the chaos downside, um, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be my favorite build. And plus, the damage is harder to scale damage later. So yeah, thank you and see you next time.